Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Joshua with another custom Gundam MSA review. Tonight it's 2 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, and fixing to go to bed, but I figure I'd do one last video before I go to bed. This is a custom that I did about a year ago, and it's something I've always wanted in my collection. This is a custom version 2 Tallgeese. And with me, when it comes to the Gundam Wing franchise, my favorite mobile suit of all time from that era is the Tallgeese. And so far, I've done a custom version two of the Tallgeese one, and also the Tallgeese number two. Right now, I can't find where the second Tallgeese is right now, but he's in storage somewhere. So I'll do a review on him some other time. But with this guy, actually, it took me a while to replace his joints. The reason why is because the joints that I replaced him with, they were pretty hard to get my hands on at the time. I replaced his joints with the Asura Gundam joints, which if you guys are familiar with the Asura Gundam, that thing is loaded with like version 2 joints up the asshole, let me tell you. Most of the time you can find that Gundam at a good price for like, $10. And you can get like a set of at least, 4 sets of the version 2 joints, if not maybe a little bit more, give or take. But yeah, that's what I used on this build. And as you can see, version 2, I don't know which part of the Asura Gundam took these joints out. I want to assume it's the, not really sure which part of the Asura Gundam got these from, but I got them from the Asura Gundam. So now he's got some pretty good articulation, moves back and forth all the way up there, so that's pretty cool. And the legs are actually my favorite part. You see the legs, they can actually move all the way back now. He can kick himself in the ass if he wanted to. Pretty cool stuff. So what I did to replace these joints is I took the arms and legs and I tossed them into some hot boiling water for about 30 seconds to a minute. And what that does, since this is soft PVC plastic, it softens the plastic up. So I went back in there after the plastic was heated up, took some needle nose pliers, took out the joints, and immediately put the new ones in. And the reason why I put the new ones in, like, right after I took the old ones out, is because what you want to do is it's kind of a trick. What you want to do is you want to put the joints in there as fast as possible while the plastic is still, warm. So that way the joints can, set in there properly. And that's literally all that I did. And I think with the arms, though, with the arms, I think I actually might have took my Dremel here and a little tired. I pre-drilled the holes for the upper arm and lower arm so they can fit in there, and they popped right in there quite nicely after I was done. But with the legs, I had nothing to worry about. They just literally popped right in. But yeah, putting all the joints in there took me about an hour, and the reason why is because I wasn't quick enough the first 2 times I was putting the joints in, so I had to reheat the plastic, pop the joints in, and then again with the arms I had to re-drill the holes just to make them a little bit bigger so they can go in. But just an hour's worth of work really paid off, in my opinion. And as far as I can tell, this figure is pretty much complete. Luckily for me, I had some spare parts, and I had the spare boosters from some other customs I was doing. I think they were from my custom red Leos. Those were actually pretty fun to do. All I literally did was I bought a bunch of like cheap Tallgeese 1 figures and dyed them red. They came out pretty nice. I think I have like 4 of them out there somewhere. Somebody bought them all. But yeah. And traditionally he comes with 2 beam sabers, and I have the other beam saber, but it's in the in my bin somewhere. Don't really want to waste the time to go out there and look for it. One of the other things I did with this figure was I had this scrap shield that I gave to him, and unfortunately, as you can see, I did a pretty shitty job repainting the bright yellow to more of a dark goldish yellow color. And I repainted that shield about 2 years ago, before I found out they had like micro brushes and things like that. And I really want to redo the paint job on there, but at this point it's just not really worth it, because I know as soon as I remove this paint, it's also going to remove the white, and I don't know, man, it's kind of too much of a paint for me. But other than that, the figure is pretty solid. Eventually, I do want to come back to this figure sometime in the future. Not anytime soon, but I want to come back in and give him a ball joint if possible at his waist. And maybe give him some swivel action up here in the arms, just to give him that true, version 2 feel to him. And as of right now, the only Gundam that I know that I can do that with is the Strike Gundam deactive mode or the active mode. They're both the same figure, just different color. But in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to find like a scrap Gundam, a scrap Strike Gundam off of eBay. And hopefully it's missing some pieces. Just as long as the joints are intact is all I really care about. But the thing is, I don't want to go off and buy like a perfectly good Strike Gundam and just basically destroy it, I've done it once and I kind of regret it. I feel a little bad about it. I don't feel bad about it anymore, but at the time I did, because it felt just like a waste, a waste of a good figure that I could have done something else to. But, again, I'll turn him into a true version 2 one of these days. For this being a 90s figure, it's actually, pretty cool looking. I've always liked Tallgeese. Tallgeese has always been a badass. Even though as a kid I thought Tallgeese was like a Gundam, because he looks like one, but unfortunately he's not a Gundam. He's a mobile suit, like a high-tech mobile suit. But still, I guess if you really wanted to, you can sort of call him a Gundam. I think in one of the episodes they actually downloaded one of the Gundam's like database or something, upgraded Tallgeese to basically turn him into a wannabe Gundam, But this mobile suit was like, fucking badass. They actually went toe-to-toe with a couple of Gundams. They went toe-to-toe with the Wing Gundam and Heavy Arms, as far as I know. I know Tallgeese 2 went up against Shenlong Gundam. That fight didn't really, go too long. Ended up like a suicide or some shit. But whatever. Fuck Tallgeese 2. Fuck Trey. So, yeah, that's all I have, for this review. I thought I would share them off to you guys, to people who, enjoy these Gundam videos. And again, I'm proud of this figure. I just did the simplest thing, a joint swap on this figure, and it came out amazing. Really wish that Bandai would have made a version 2 of this figure. It would have been fucking awesome. And after I'm done with, the whole entire joint restoration on this figure, who knows, maybe I'll turn to the Outscar figure. Maybe. Still debating on it. But yeah, that's all I have for this figure. And again, if you guys like my videos, please like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.